Hello Reformers and welcome back to 108 Heroes, and when we left off we had just taken our first castle. Pretty amazing, I gotta say, because, well, the opportunity presented itself and I just could not resist. So we are up against 258 enemies in this siege defense. We have 238, so pretty evenly matched. But obviously I don't exactly know what the enemy vassals are actually capable of, because you know them. Sometimes they're capable of crazy things. Sometimes they are insane. They have some really amazing abilities. And I'm hoping that I will be able to defend reasonably well here. Bear in mind that we have a primarily archer-based army, so obviously we are going to have some problems here, I would assume. Yeah, I think we are going to have some problems here. Because I'm actually not able to get in here. I'm not able to, like, you know, actually attack unless I jump. Me jumping is very cumbersome and a bit annoying. So it might not actually help too much. But as you can see, because we are the defenders, we are having a bit of an advantage as a result of that. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do here. Maybe we'll be okay because we have a bunch of pretty good companions. But I feel like we are going to lose quite a few units as we go forward here. Oh, yes. Oh, I found a good place. I found a good place to attack. Very nice. Okay, that's good. I can just basically get my polearm right through that little area there. And that is making all the difference. As you can see, the blood is just absolutely flying all over the place. Very, very nice indeed to see that. And I'm actually wondering... Okay, that guy was... Yes, okay, I see. So that fellow was actually just sticking around a little bit, making things a bit annoying for us. But as I've said before, the Wu generally are going to run around not equipping their shields. As you can see, most of them are not actually equipping their shields, so it is making it much, much easier for our archers to do significant damage to them. Because, obviously, if they, you know, if they had, I don't know, if they had shields out, you know, they're using their shields on their backs, so it's not really going to help them that much. So that's really good. That is really, really good to see. And we're actually doing very nicely so far. We've eliminated 102 of the enemies so far, and we've basically only lost about 20. Bear in mind that in the garrison as well, there are about 90 or so units. So if I can try and prevent more of them from perishing, then obviously that's going to be a really good idea too, because if this castle is going to be awarded to us, I don't exactly know whether it is just yet, but if it is going to be awarded to us, then it's going to be very, very lucrative for us to keep as many people alive in the garrison as possible, because we really want to be able to leave it alone and not have any people try to take it again and again. So hopefully we will be okay as we go forward here. I've got 40 kills so far. That is kind of crazy. Can I get some more? Yes, I think I can. Oh yeah. I mean, this weapon that I'm using right now, this is literally designed for this. It is so designed for this that it is just ludicrous. So ludicrous, because it's got length, it's got speed, and it hits extremely hard. That's exactly what you want in a, well, anti-siege attacker kind of thing. You know, it's pretty crazy. Now we do have our companions here as well. I'm hopeful that our companions will be able to get a couple of kills. If not, you know, if not breaking the bank, I'm hopeful that they will be able to get quite a few. Not entirely sure how they're doing so far. I think they're not doing very well because, well, companions generally are not going to do that much in a siege unless they are at the front lines. And it seems to me like they're not at the moment, so obviously that's a bit of a problem, but it's okay. It's okay. I mean, some of them have ranged abilities, like 10 feet of blue obviously does have a bow, and we have Sun as well, or Sun, who also has thrown weapons, so she's really good at that. She's obviously got, you know, the stones that we gave her, the featherless arrow, legendary weapon, so that's pretty crazy too. I'm actually kind of surprised that we are losing units at the front line here. What's actually going on with that? Why are we losing units? Kind of strange. Kind of strange. 10 feet of blue has advanced in level again. That's really good, because obviously, if you hadn't actually watched the previous episode, or one of the previous episodes, then basically what we want to do is we want her to use a Masterwork Warbow, which we gained, which is really, really great. It does so much damage, 31 piercing damage or something like that. I gained 97 kills. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Now let's have a look at our companions here. It seems like Sun was able to get 16 and 10 feet of blue was able to get 9. So that, I guess that's okay. I mean, it's not exactly great, but it's okay. And, ooh, here we go. We do have the opportunity to potentially take him prisoner, but here's the thing. I'm probably not going to do this right now because when we create our own faction, if that is actually going to be a thing, I hope it is going to be a thing eventually, we are hopefully going to have so much relation with all kinds of different lords from the mind reading quest that it will be basically a no-brainer for us to try and get people to join us. So I'm actually going to just say that he's free to go. I'll get some honor for it, and this guy has -3 anyway, so he's unlikely to join us, and we're just gonna let them go, I suppose. I mean, this might be a huge mistake on my part. It might be a huge mistake, but it's my mistake to make, I guess. And, you know, I mean, getting that honor is always nice as well, so I guess it's okay. But if I've made a huge error, then I apologize, but that's just how I'm going to approach the game from now on, really, because I don't really want to have people be annoyed. And I'm talking about lords here, obviously. I don't really want them to be annoyed at me all the time, so just going to go with that and see how it goes. As you can see, we're gaining so much experience from that as well. And we do have another one actually coming in here. He might try to siege, which would be kind of amazing. This guy is going to just continue leveling up his strength and his two-handed, and he doesn't have a very good helm, does he? So I'm actually going to give him this helm, even though he's probably going to leave us relatively soon. Isn't he? Maybe. Well, whatever the case, he's using an iron mace at the moment, which is pretty good. Can crush through blocks, does more damage than the sledgehammer, and we do obviously have that polearm. No, I think that's fine. We can obviously replace his boots if we want to as well. I think there are a couple of people that could also use an upgrade in terms of their boots. So we're just going to continue increasing her strength for the moment, continue getting her iron flesh, because as we found out in a previous episode, iron flesh actually reduces damage taken as well as increasing your HP. So it's pretty amazing for us to spec into that as well. The mod creators have obviously, you know, they obviously know that in Warband in general, iron flesh is not that, you know, it's not that useful, you know. Usually it just gives you HP, and that's nice, you know. I mean, it's okay, you know. It's not one of the priorities for you to gain as you level a character up, but it's definitely something that I always tend to get, literally just because I think that it is a good idea to have more HP than 44 or 46 or 50 or whatever, and it will enable you to survive many more attacks. Obviously, I mean, you know, that's what getting more HP is all about. But in general, that's a really nice thing for them to add that additional damage reduction on to the end of it. I think that's really nice. Anyway, we are going to be waiting here for some time. Whoa, those guys are just going straight on in, aren't they? Wow, that is kind of crazy. I would not have anticipated them doing that. I think this is a huge error on their part, because I've just leveled up a whole bunch of newly high-ranking Sky Archers. I mean, you saw how much experience I gained from that, so I had like 14 of these guys eligible for an upgrade, so I would not be recommending that these guys head in here at this moment in time, but oh well, I guess I can't stop them. If they want to do this, then that's absolutely fine with me. As you can see, he's actually already been eliminated himself. He has been murdered so incredibly quickly, and I suppose he's not having a very pleasant day. Not at all. Not at all, but I guess that's fine with me. I don't mind. I mean, it's his own decision, you know. It's his own decision to do that. I didn't force him to siege the thing, did I? So I guess just how it is. Just how it is. Okay. Well, whatever the case, we are gonna. Ooh, there we go. We're actually gonna level up. Very nice. I was gonna say we're just gonna continue murdering with our polearm here. And what I would like to do after the siege, if we are awarded the castle, of course, is try and get as many people in the garrison here. But apart from that, I would like to level up my polearm to level 2. I think that's going to be probably our best option, because as it stands right now, I think I'm going to be using this much more often than the one-handed weapon. And who knows, maybe I will be able to get a couple more refined stones. Getting more refined stones is obviously going to result in more legendary level ups and all that wonderful stuff. I know that actually someone mentioned in the comments that they have a huge amount of refined stones, so I guess it is just a case of doing those bandit fights and just getting really lucky. So hopefully we will be able to do that as well. Anyway, there's another Fyhrr now. This guy is thanking us once again, so we're getting more relation with our own faction there, and the fellow managed to escape, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. You know, that's just how it is. So let's see, there we go. We're going to get some more Sky Archer Masters and things like that. Does anyone need a shield? Who needs a shield? Maybe she needs a shield, actually, because she's using a pretty awful one right now. I mean, it's a kite shield. It's pretty good, you know. It's pretty good. It's not that bad. It's got 140... No, the kite shield is actually better than this, which is kind of amazing. Wouldn't have anticipated that, that's for sure. Okay, well, I guess we can give this to... Maybe we can give this to Wang, because even though she is using a two-handed, having a shield on her back is going to increase her survivability by a pretty significant margin. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's give her some additional greaves. There we go. Actually, wait a minute. Can she use this? Oh, she can't use that. I really need to... You know, next time Wang levels up, I should really try to increase her riding skill. I think that could be really good, but then I have to get agility to 12 if I want her to use that new horse that we've just gained. So that is going to be a bit problematic. Let's actually see whether she has 4 in... Yes, she has 4 in riding skill. Fantastic. So she's going to be getting a horse upgrade. There we go. Wow, she's actually using some pretty nice stuff now. So I'm happy with that. And we've leveled up too. So going to be going into our stats here. And as I said, I'm going to actually increase my Iron Flesh to the maximum level. So we now have 25% damage reduction. According to someone in the comments, they did the maths, and apparently 25% is the result from 10 Iron Flesh. So that's pretty awesome, in my opinion. I think that's really nice. And otherwise, I did say that I was going to do trainer skill, didn't I? So let me actually just take a look here. Who is... Wow, I'm the Pathfinder? Oh dear, that's not good. That is not good. Okay, I'm going to have to do pathfinding then, because if I'm the Pathfinder, then I'm going to need to make sure that my pathfinding is up to scratch, because otherwise we're just going to get caught by absolutely every single person in the world. And someone actually did mention as well that they would like me to go through the center building menu and, you know, just do a little bit of a exploration on that. And I'm perfectly happy to do that, obviously. I'm just wanting to make sure that we have the ownership over this castle first, and then we can see if I can do something about that. Wow, it seems like there's a huge amount going on here. Someone has actually besieged... What have they besieged? This? No? This? Yes, this. Whoa, that's another town. That is another town. That's pretty crazy for them to go so hard against the Wu faction. But we have just eliminated how many vassals? 5? I think we eliminated 5 by ourselves, which is pretty amazing in itself. So, oh, this fellow just raided my village. I'm not a big fan of that, if I am honest. That is actually really annoying. That is actually really, really annoying, because that being raided means that I have literally no income whatsoever, so I'm really, really annoyed by that now. Oh well, never mind. I can't really do much about it because... Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, it's because me going back all the way to my village to defend it, that's just not going to happen, because if I am going to get this awarded to me, which I'm hopeful will happen relatively soon, then maybe, you know, we'll have the rents from the castle as well to add on to the village. But obviously the village was actually just getting back on its feet, and that makes me a bit disappointed as well, because obviously it was raided previously. Ah! He is actually giving this to us! He is actually giving this to us. This is fantastic. Okay, great. So let us accept the honor, and now I have the advantage, because now I can take a look and I can get all these knights, I can get all these archers out here, I can take all these guys out of here, and I can put all these in. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to put these Hun people in to garrison And we will be putting the mercenaries as well that we have in there too. And we're just going to basically keep the main forces, these from our own faction. That's basically the best thing that I can do right now. We're going to put all our prisoners in here as well. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to just wait here for some time. And we're going to see if we're, maybe going to be attacked. If we're not going to be attacked, then I will take a look at the center building. Alright, so this is the first time I'm actually getting into the center building menu, so I am also relatively new to what's actually going on here. So basically what we can do, as far as I can tell, is basically you just select a various person who is relatively good at the something, whatever it may be, that you are attempting to build. So for example, right here we have, let's have a look. So let's actually just take a look here through our various people. So, for example, this guy is really good at fishing. So, let's see what kind of thing we can actually do with that. So, for example, a market. Maybe, no, that's not going to work. That's, this is almost going to work. But we can maybe do something a little bit different here. So, maybe we can do, that's 650... 500, 470. So where did we actually see the big improvements here? So female tiger's pretty good. 10 feet of blue is okay. And then we have this guy. And this guy. Okay, so who is the best again? It seems like me. I'm the best apparently. So I guess we're just gonna go with that, and we're gonna build. I don't think we can actually build anything right now, it seems. So that's kind of unfortunate. I mean, it seems like due to this process right here, I mean, maybe, actually, this might actually give us more money. Right, okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to build a training camp or something like that. So let's set that. There we go. So now that is busy. So he's busy right there. And if I were to set something else, so let's set up the market, and let's see who's, this guy's really good because he's got market. Look at that, he's got merchant as his career, so that is obviously going to make everything much better. So we're going to set that for that. And Wudar, what is he good at? Well, he's level 1. He's not very good at either of those things, unfortunately. So what about her? She's good at beauty, so maybe camp. No. Downtown. Ooh, downtown. She's actually pretty good at that. So we're gonna do downtown for her. And then female tiger. She's a barkeeper. So tavern. We don't have tavern. What about camp? Camp is pretty good. Farm, not so much. Stable, not so much. Workshop, not so much. So let's do camp. So let's do camp for her. So she's gonna do that. And then what else do we have here? So we have all of these busy. What about the stable? So who's good at stable? Like this guy? This guy's pretty good because he's a herder, as you can see right there. He's a herder, so that might make sense. So let's do that. Why not? Let's do that. That seems pretty good. As you can see down here, you can actually see the career requirements and the attribute requirements as well. So, for example, if you don't have a good amount of agility with that particular person, then it might not work out too well. You can see here that the career requirement for the workshop is artisan, and I don't think we actually have anyone that is an artisan, so we might have some problems with this. Yeah, I think we are having some definite problems with it. No one is really above 500 here, which is kind of unfortunate. I can do page down so we can have a look at our other people. No, these are both bad at it, which is unfortunate, really. I don't really know who to give it to be honest. Just the thrown weapon specialist, I guess. I mean, she's a barkeeper, so no, that doesn't really help. So I'm actually just going to close it from now, and we'll just see how that goes. And I'm not entirely sure what is actually going to happen now, so, because obviously this is new to me as well. I'm just kind of assuming a whole bunch of things, so that's probably not great for me to do, but I'm kind of intrigued as to what this actually does. But if we take a look at, let's say we take a look at the the camp. So as you can see, increase expectancy next week. So basically the progress on this is 4,930 out of 500. So technically the next week we will see a level up from the camp. So that's basically what's happening right here. So every single week we gain a 570 from this, 650 from this, 752 from that. So that's pretty insane. This guy's obviously a level 3 herder, so he's really good at doing stable stuff. So that's generally what's going on there. So basically just leveling up all of your buildings in the castle, and that will maybe increase its prosperity. Not entirely sure about that, but of course we can then do a whole bunch of other things like recruiting people. So we just recruited 85. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Severance of prisoners? You sure? What does that do? Did I just mess up? Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's get a messenger post then, I suppose, as well. All right, so there's actually a big band of someone. Flowery bandits. Oh, okay. I guess we're going to fight these flowery bandits. But it's been kind of nice to actually take a look at the building menu as well, because obviously the building menu is very, very important, and making sure that you have the appropriate you know, the appropriate people on the appropriate things. But basically it's all just about balancing which companion is going to be working on which building, because obviously if you have a very high level, well, whatever it is, you know, like a high level herder, and that works on a stable, you're obviously going to be getting a much bigger benefit from that. So yeah, hopefully I've explained it well enough, or at least demonstrated it well enough, because I obviously still do not have that much experience with it myself. So hopefully that's helped out a couple of people who were having difficulties with it beforehand. Anyway, we are going to charge in, apparently. We are just going to charge straight on in here. I'm just going to let my companions do their thing, and I'm not going to tell my people to hold position or anything like that, because I'd like a pretty swift battle here, because I'd like to maybe see if we are going to be able to get a, well, maybe get a refined stone of some kind. But anyway, point is, 10 feet of blue actually leveled up her legendary weapon. Did you see that? She actually leveled up her moon sword to level 2. So I'm actually unsure. Does she level up her own weapon automatically, or do I need to actually upgrade it myself? So do I need to take it off her and then level it up myself in the legendary weaponsmith's menu? That's my question. I'm not entirely sure whether I need to micromanage it that heavily. So I suppose we'll find out as we go forward. But yeah, that sounds like a pretty fun idea, because obviously if she can become even more powerful, I mean, just imagine that. Even more powerful than she already is, that's crazy. So yeah, anyway, these flowery bandits, they are dying like, well, no one's business really. And I've already killed 19 myself, and I'm not really even trying, to be honest. I'm just running around aimlessly, kind of, just swinging every now and again. And that's exactly what happens, I suppose, when you have such an amazing weapon. You can basically just, you know, take it easy, chill out a little bit, and, you know, do your own thing as much as possible, really. But there it is. That's pretty cool. And it seems like that is our... Oh, no, never mind. Okay. The battle was won, because that was actually one of our own units, apparently, according to the flower petals and things like that. So, we only have one enemy remaining. I guess we can just tell them to charge in. Oh, look at that. 10 feet of blue has just gained a one-handed weapon proficiency title. Very nice indeed. So we have some more prisoners here. Let's see if we get the refined stone. It would be really nice if we would. We didn't. That's unfortunate. Oh well, never mind. At least we now have in the garrison quite a significant amount of people here, so that's pretty nice. And we do have a number of people to level up as well. So always doing those big fights does have its merits, you know, because you're then able to deal, you're then able to dish out a whole bunch of experience to your various people. I've noticed my prisoners went somewhere. Where did they go? I think the thing that I selected, severance of prisoners. So are you sure you want to use the prisoners who were treated as slaves? I thought that basically means, do you want to sell them to the ransom broker kind of thing? But it seems like it hasn't given me the money from it either, so I'm a bit worried about that. But whatever the case, I'm very happy that we were awarded this, and I'm actually going to go over here. Is this actually a castle? Is this actually a castle, or is it just a... oh, that is a castle, but it's got a pretty decent amount of people in the garrison there, so probably not a good idea to attack it. But I'm looking, you know, I'm scouting out those new opportunities. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.